In today's class, we will look at physical properties of aldehydes and ketones, right? And we have been doing physical properties before also. We have done physical properties of haloalkanes, haloarenes, right? Alcohols. So whenever we talk about physical properties, we are talking about its solubility, right? Boiling point, dipole moment, right? Then we talk about its physical state, right? Then we also look at the odor, right? Things like this. These all comes under physical properties, right? So when we talk about, let's talk about the first property which is important, solubility, right? Solubility is, we know that when we talk about solubility in water, water is polar in nature, right? So if the solute is also polar, then it will dissolve, right? And if the solute is not polar, it will not dissolve, because we know that the solubility rule is like dissolves like. Similarly, organic compounds which are less polar or not polar, they dissolve in organic solvents, right, which are again non-polar or solvents, organic solvents, right? So let's look at aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones up to carbon number 4, right, that is methanol, propanol, butanol, right, butanone, propanone, all these are soluble in water, right? Because if you look at the structure, this is how your aldehyde look like, and this is how your, this is your ketone and this is your aldehyde. We know that from the structure of aldehydes and ketones that there is electronegativity difference between carbon and oxygen of this carbonyl group, due to which it has, carbon has negative charge and carbon has small positive charge and oxygen has small negative charge, right? Now due to the development of these charges, your aldehydes and ketones are polar, right? And since they are polar, so they possess dipole moment. Because of this polarity, they possess dipole moment, right? And they possess dipole moment of around 2.3 to 2.8 dip, 2.3 to 2.8, right? Because of the polar nature, right? Now, because of this polar nature also, if we look at the solubility, now yeah, we are talking about the solubility. So since we have here this oxygen atom which is highly electronegative, when you dissolve it in water, and we said that up to carbon 4 aldehydes and ketones are soluble, right? But for carbon 5 these are insoluble. Why? What could be the reason, right? For this, what is the reason? And we also know that since this is polar, but these two are non-polar, right? And we also know one thing, since these are polar, these are hydrophilic, water loving. Hydrophilic means water loving. But these two alkyl groups, these are hydrophobic. These are hydrophobic. That means they do not like to interact with water. Hydro means water, phobic means hating. So these are water hating, right? That means they do not interact with water, or this part is insoluble in water, right? So when we say that up from carbon number 5 aldehydes and ketones are insoluble in water, that means when we keep moving up, right, when the number of carbon atoms keep increasing, it is this alkyl group, right? The size of the alkyl group will keep increasing, right? So when the size of the alkyl group will keep increasing, which is water hating, insoluble in water, that is why higher aldehydes and ketones are insoluble in water, right? Now let's look at why lower ones are soluble in water. Due to what they are soluble in water? If you look at these aldehydes, right, this is negative, right? This is your water, this is negative, this is small positive, this is small positive. Now between oxygen of carbonyl group and hydrogen of water, because this one is highly electronegative, oxygen, and one is hydrogen, so they form a bond which is your hydrogen bond, right? They form hydrogen bond with water that makes them soluble in water. Similarly, this hydrogen will form, let's say this is an aldehyde, right? Here also you have hydrogen bond. Now due to this hydrogen bonding, these aldehydes are soluble in water because through this hydrogen bonding they can interact with water, right? So they are soluble in water. Similarly, you have ketones, say you have acetone, it will form hydrogen bonding with water, similar way. Right, this is your hydrogen bonding. Right, this is your hydrogen bonding. Due to these hydrogen bonding, they are soluble in water. But as you move towards higher aldehydes and ketones, the size of this will keep on increasing, alkyl groups, right? Since these are hydrophobic, right? So when their size increases, these weaker hydrogen bonds could not hold these molecules together, right? Actually, this hydrogen molecule is holding these molecules together because it can interact with these molecules through hydrogen bonding. That is why these molecules are soluble in water. But when this hydrophobic part will keep increasing, this hydrogen bond would not be able to hold these molecules together, right? So they are insoluble in water. Higher ones are insoluble in water. This is the reason for the solubility, right? Now let's look at the second property, which is your boiling point. Boiling point, we know that as per our previous discussion on the physical properties of other compounds, organic compounds, that if you have some kind of interactions between molecules, if molecules can interact, if molecules can associate, right, then if molecules can associate, then while boiling you need to separate these molecules, right? Now if they have some kind of forces acting between them, right, or some kind of interaction between them, then you need to give them more energy in order to separate them, right? Now in case of aldehydes and ketones, we have some similar interactions, right, due to which they have higher boiling points, right? So let's look at the boiling point thing. If you look at aldehydes and ketones, this is how they look like, right? Aldehydes and ketones, right, they are associated like this, right? This is an aldehyde, all these are aldehydes, and all the aldehydes possesses carbonyl group, right? Now this carbonyl group is polar, like we have discussed earlier. It is polar, it has a positive end, it has a positive end, it has a negative end, right? Similarly, other molecules of aldehydes and ketones have a positive end and negative end. So we know that positive and negative end can interact, right? So this is your intermolecular association. Due to the polar nature of carbonyl group, the molecules of aldehydes and ketones are associated with one another, right? This is known as intermolecular association. So due to polar nature of carbonyl group, right, aldehydes and ketones are associated with one another through what we call as intermolecular association. right? So these are associated with one another due to intermolecular association, right? Since they are associated, so they possesses higher boiling point compared to hydrocarbons. Compared to hydrocarbons and ethers of comparable molecular mass. So the boiling point of aldehydes and ketones, right? Boiling points of aldehydes, I'm using A and K for aldehydes and ketones. Boiling point of aldehydes and ketones is greater than your hydrocarbons and ethers, right? But what about other compounds, say alcohols and carboxylic acids? We know that alcohols, this is your alcohol, right? All the alcohol molecules are associated with one another via hydrogen bonding, right? Similarly, carboxylic acids are also associated with one another via hydrogen bonding, right? And hydrogen bonding is stronger bond compared to this dipolar interaction, compared to this intermolecular interaction due to the polar nature, right? This hydrogen bonding is stronger compared to this interaction. So you have to give these alcohols more energy in order to separate, because hydrogen bond is a stronger bond compared to this association, right? So alcohols and carboxylic acids have higher boiling points compared to your aldehydes and ketones. Why? Because of stronger hydrogen bonds, right? These hydrogen bonds are stronger compared to these intermolecular association due to polarities, or due to polarity on carbonyl group, right? Dipolar nature of carbonyl group. It has two poles, positive and negative, due to which different molecules are associated with one another. But the force due to this intermolecular, due to this polar nature is less, right? Or this association, or this force between these two molecules of aldehydes due to the polar nature of carbonyl group is less compared to hydrogen bond. So that is why aldehydes and ketones have less boiling point compared to alcohols and carboxylic acids, right? Because here you have to give them less energy to separate them, but hydrogen bond, because it is a strong bond, so here you have to give them more energy to separate them. That is why boiling points, if we talk about, of aldehydes and ketones is greater than, or sorry, less than that of alcohols and carboxylic acids, right? Because these possesses hydrogen bond, right, which is a strong bond, and these possesses intermolecular association due to polar nature of carbonyl group, right? I hope this is clear. Now let's talk about physical state. Let's talk about physical state first. Physical state, we know that first member of aldehyde, methanol, is a gas, whereas the second member, acetaldehyde, boils at around 297 something around kelvins, right? And as you move, right, aldehydes are up to 11, carbon 11, these are colorless liquids. Then after that, aldehydes are solids. Similarly, ketones also up to carbon 11 are colorless liquids, right? So now let's talk about odor, right? Odor of lower aldehydes. Odor is little important. Odor of lower aldehydes, it has a pungent smell, but as you keep moving as you keep moving up, right, this smell goes down, the pungent smell goes down, and the smooth smell, right, or the fragrance of aldehydes will keep increasing, right? And fragrance of ketones is such that many ketones are used for perfumery because of their high fragrance, right? So ketones possesses high fragrance, due to which they are used in perfumery. That is, they are used to make perfumes, right? Because of their higher fragrance, right? I hope all this is clear. Thanks.